The past few weeks have been crazy for Dragon Ball fans. Dragon Ball FighterZ has been hyping us up with character reveals seemingly non-stop, so there's a lot of news to cover. Fans of Xenoverse 2 are also getting new DLC content with new extra packs, bringing new features and characters. Anyway, let's get into it. My name is Sharpie, and this is West City Weekly. Bandai Namco has been on a roll with announcements, and we've seen what looks like the full starting roster of this game. The most recent character trailers have been for Kid Buu, Adult Gohan, and Gotenks, though we got some general announcements at Jump Festa. These trailers are short, but we get a decent peek at what these characters might play like in the full release of Dragon Ball FighterZ. Gotenks is given his Super Saiyan 3 form, along with signature techniques like Dai Missile Barrage and Super Ghost Kamikaze Attack. His assists look like it will be Galactic Donut, which will attack the opponent anywhere on the screen. His Meteor Super appears to be his volleyball attack, which he can perform with Piccolo if on the same team. This may be similar to how Android 18 gets a new animation on the team if she is with Krillin. Kid Buu was shown off as well, something longtime fans were very excited about. His confirmed attacks are Meijin Kamehameha, Assault Rain, and the Super Vanishing Ball. His Chocolate Beam appears as well, along with a unique assist attack. While Kid Buu's playstyle is not fully understood, he'll definitely have a lot of personality. Gohan is an interesting character, but there isn't much to dissect. He has a standard attack along with his ultimate Kamehameha, which can be upgraded to a family Kamehameha depending on who's in the current fight. Though it wasn't featured heavily in the trailer, Gohan can unlock his potential to boost his abilities. This power drains all of his meter and gives him a boost equal to that for the remainder of the match. In addition to these trailers, Bandai showcased 3 more characters along with some new features. Goku Black, Beerus, and Hit are all making an appearance, serving as representatives for Dragon Ball Super. Rumors have been floating around these characters for a while, so it's nice to see them finally confirmed. Beerus looks absolutely stunning, with attacks matching his title as God of Destruction. He plays very different to what he's seen so far, as he's shown to have Spheres of Destruction, which are explosive traps he can set up on the field. Beerus can push these orbs around with his attack, letting him attack from unique angles. He has a few shown supers, one of which is his forehead flick. However, it appears that using the super to finish an opponent will result in Hakai instead, which will destroy the opponent instantly. Hit has been one of the most anticipated characters for this game, and he does not disappoint. He quickly darts around the screen for attacks, utilizing his time stop ability, and has several counters and traps for his opponents. He's been stated to be a bit more technical than the other characters, but there's no doubt that the fans will put in work to learn him. Goku Black was also shown off, and despite his similarities to Goku, he has a completely unique way to play. He's shown to work with Zamsu for attacks, like having Zamsu grab the opponent while he's charging a Kamehameha or combining their energy for super attacks. We've known for a while that players will be able to actually summon Shenron in the middle of matches, thanks to the feature accidentally being shown off. But this is the first bit of official information about it. Dragon Balls can be gained by hitting certain combo counts and are shared between both players. Once summoned, Shenron helps grant one of 4 wishes to help win the match. The last bit of news for Dragon Ball FighterZ was in the addition of a brand new dramatic finish feature. This essentially allows players to recreate scenes from the anime by meeting specific requirements throughout the match. These requirements aren't known yet, but the thought of pulling these finishes off in matches is really exciting. While there really isn't any more news to cover as far as FighterZ goes, there is plenty of footage around. Many players recorded gameplay during the beta, so we went ahead and grabbed some of the best that we could find. We'll break down this footage to help make it more accessible to everyone, so hopefully it inspires you guys to take your play even further beyond. I'm going to send you over to Zidian, and he'll help break down this high-level gameplay.
Zid here. We're all excited for Dragonball FighterZ, but not everyone has experience with competitive fighting games. These games can be a bit complex, so I'm here to help you get started. We'll be going over a few real matches to look for key moments, then offer insight into why these exchanges turn out the way they do. Vegeta dashes in on his opponent to attack low, then ends with Frieza assist. This can combo if it connects, giving Vegeta a full conversion, but will also keep Vegeta safe if the opponent blocks. The plan here is to fish for a hit while staying out of danger. This basic tactic can prevent your opponent from moving freely, or trying to even counterattack. Shutting down the opponent's options while keeping up the pressure is a vital skill for any competitor. Following up on that, let's look at how Tatsu takes the idea of fishing for hits to the next level. All of Android 16's attacks here are very deliberate, spaced out just enough for him to keep calling his assist to keep up the pressure. 18 is forced to make a move here, because if she keeps blocking, Android 16 can just go for a grab. 18 unfortunately chooses the wrong time to try to counterattack, which led to her getting hit. 18 could have tried jumping to escape, but she was likely afraid of 16's air grab. Neither of her assists were really usable without any risk, meaning her only option was to try to attack. Alternatively, she might have found success in using Android Barrier and calling assist at the same time. This might have protected her assist long enough for it to get started, which would have given her the opportunity to escape. Frieza does something really tricky here, so let's slow this moment down just a bit. As you can see, Frieza knocks Vegeta to the ground. As this happens, Frieza calls his assist, which lets Vegeta recover. On paper, this sounds like a poor move, but pay attention to what Frieza is doing while all this is happening. He dashes forward, then tries to attack Vegeta from the other side. This type of situation actually forces the opponent to switch the direction they're blocking, which can surprise unprepared players. We do see Vegeta can escape this setup by going to the air, meaning this escape may be the key to avoiding some dangerous situations in the full game. Next up, we're going to look at an example of everything we talked about here done in sequence. Cell starts off fishing for a hit, which would give him a full combo if successful, and leaves him safe on block. He attacks a few times, throws out a Kamehameha, and then calls assist. Frieza is stuck blocking here, so Cell takes the opportunity to keep up the pressure. Cell mixes in an overhead which connects with the crouch blocking Frieza, and the assist at the end ensured the overhead would have been safe even if it didn't connect. At first, Cell might seem like he's just attacking at random, but if you look closely, he is stopping Frieza dead in his tracks. As soon as he blocks Cell's first attack, he is stuck having to successfully defend against everything that Cell tries. Be sure to get used to these kinds of situations when the game drops. Knowing how to mix up the opponent and knowing how to defend properly will be highly valuable skills. That's all I have for now, so I'm going to send you back on over to Sharpie.
I'm so excited for this game to finally come out. It'll be really interesting to see all the tactics players come up with. We'll be reviewing many more Dragon Ball matches, so be sure to come back next week for another breakdown. If you have a cool moment you like featured, tweet out the moment with the hashtag WestCityWeekly, and we'll try to showcase that moment on next week's episode. While news for fighters is very exciting, Bandai has been hard at work adding even more downloadable content to their ever-growing, ever-expanding Xenoverse 2. The first extra pack will add quests, costumes, skills, and super souls. Additionally, Zamasu is added as a master, and 4 new characters have been added. Super Buu is the biggest baddie of the original Z story. His attacks feature the staple of his moveset, including his Kamikaze Ghost and his Candy Beam. He has plenty of basic attacks that utilize his extendable arms and head tail, which looks great in motion. The Demon King Deborah fits right in as an icon of the Buu saga. His model looks amazing, and so do most of his attacks. He comes with his trademark petrifying spit, which really stands apart from the type of attacks we usually see. Tapion is an amazing character, and one of my favorite movie characters of all time. His appearance here is very welcome, as he doesn't get many game appearances. He gets access to his flute, which negates oncoming attacks, as well as attacks using his trademark sword. Another fan favorite is Android 13, though like Tapion, he doesn't have much to work with. He didn't last in his movie very long, so there aren't many special attacks he has, but he does have an interesting power-up special, though that's about it. Extra Pack 1 is available,
but Extra Pack's 2 release date has yet to be announced.
This Xenoverse 2 patch has been well received since its debut, with many players excited for the amount of content it provides. This could go a long way to supporting that community. Lastly, we have a special guest for today's episode. Dragon Ball YouTuber Uchi stopped by to give us some of his opinions on the latest Dragon Ball news.
Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Uchi, and today we got some great freaking stuff to share with y'all. We got Dragon Ball FighterZ scans that have been translated. So shout outs to Gematsu and Shonen Games for providing the information. The combined efforts of the Dragon Ball FighterZ community came together for these V-Jump scans, and I'm about to share with y'all my hype off of these scans now that we know exactly what all this Japanese text and lingo was trying to tell us in the first place. So without further ado, we're not wasting no time today. So looking at Goku Black in his so sexy rose form take the lead with long distance attacks. Right off the bat, they're confirming my man Goku Black being able to attack with long range. He's a long range fighter. You know he was using that scythe in the anime. They're gonna adapt it into the video game just as well. But more importantly, yes, he will have Zamasu appear in some of his special moves, as it states right here. For some special moves, Zamasu will lend a hand when firing off a Kamehameha. Zamasu will also hold back the opponent. So Zamasu is going to play a part in the special moves, and that move specifically in that image right there is most likely a grab. That's what I'm predicting right there. And obviously looking at his level 1, 2, or 3, that's probably a level 3 just off of an educated guess. That Zamasu appears again, and they're gonna be doing a nice special move where Zamasu will lend you a hand, just like it says in the scan. Now moving right along, let's point out some stuff that Hit has to offer. It says right here in the nice big print, drive into the enemy with time skip, Molotov, an attack that goes beyond time. Obviously, is present, is prominent. My man Hit coming in with the time skip technique. Obviously, is going to be present in this game. How it's going to work exactly is remain to be seen. Hopefully, we'll see some more footage once the Jump Festa comes around in a upcoming trailer that everyone is anticipating, very, very much so. Stop time and deliver blows at ultra high speeds. When time starts moving again, the opponent will receive major damage and collapse. The emphasis on the time skipping, it seems like Hit's ability is going to be some kind of way to enable damage to your opponent at a later time within that moment, if that makes sense. Kind of confusing, but like I said, hopefully we will get to see more once we get to see that trailer coming up very, very soon. We can only hope. Finally, the last character revealed is my man Beerus, the god of destruction of Universe 7. Let's get it. Beerus, what do you got for us? Drive the opponent into a corner with an attack that leaves nowhere to run. Prevent the opponent from moving with spheres of destruction. Now, I want to read under that image because that image right there is looking pretty interesting. My man Beerus took a page out of Manat's book if y'all playing Street Fighter V, because he looked like he got some orbs too. Spheres are generated that explode upon touching the opponent. Place the spheres in various spots to trifle with the opponent. Speaks for itself. It sounds exactly like something that you would see out of Manat from Street Fighter V. You don't know what I'm talking about? Here's a graphic. Okay. Now again, this is just a quick overlook at what some of the highlights of these scans are. I'm not going to go over all of it because I do want you guys to look at them yourselves, so that way you guys can appreciate the hard work and time that these guys took out of their day to translate this for us. So moving right along, let's get into the next page that was shared in that V-Jump scan. Now I'm angry! Brought to life with penultimate graphics of amazing beauty, the most famous of Dragon Ball scenes. So basically what this scan has revealed is that we will actually get to see unique scenes take place within the fights. By fulfilling special conditions, you can have a dramatic moment occur during the middle or end of a battle. Imagine a key moment in Dragon Ball. Imagine where Krillin blew up and triggered Goku Super Saiyan, when they were finally about to defeat Kid Buu at the end of that fight. Certain things must actually take place in order for us to relive said moments, and I really think that this is going to play a huge part in the replay value, the nostalgia value of Dragon Ball FighterZ as a whole. I mean, look, we can even relive how Yamcha gets bodied by the Cybermen. Godlike. And last but not least, I did want to go over the Shenron page. Now, this is very interesting because it brings forth a new mechanic to the game that we still don't know if this is going to take place within competitive or casual, because it is not stated within this scan at all where if it's present in all matches. So it will definitely change the landscape of how things will be treated as far as its competitive scene. I definitely feel like even if it is introduced to become brought into the competitive light, it'll be definitely pretty interesting. I could see Shenron acting as an X factor for those that play Marvel vs. Capcom. Think of it as a tool to basically give you a second chance at bringing it back. I will grant you a single wish no matter what it is. Come forth, Shenron. Speak your wish. In order to trigger the Shenron, how do you get Shenron? Well, if you're a fan of Dragon Ball, you know you damn better get the 7 Dragon Balls. So within the fight that's gonna take place, you actually gather the 7 Dragon Balls between you and your opponent. Using a specific combo mechanic grants you Dragon Balls. By using a specific type of combo, you can gather Dragon Balls one by one. The accumulated amount is shared between you and your foe. And if you gather all 7, Shenron will appear through battle. You can get helpful wishes granted. Now, I will be going over each of the wishes. You got 4 choices, and you can only make one, and it only happens once per game. Please fully heal me. Heals your opponent character fully. Please bring my Nakama back to life. Revives dead teammate with 20% HP. Please grant me ultimate power. Increases the sparking icon by 1. Please grant me an undying body. Regenerates the blue life of your entire team. So this is definitely an X Factor type of mechanic brought to Dragon Ball FighterZ. And I'm not gonna lie, it's actually very interesting that they even decided to go with such a mechanic. I mean, nowadays, you're looking at the new Marvel vs. Capcom, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, they have the stones, the different reality stones, power stone, time stone, which all grant different perks to kind of help you out in overcoming the odds. In Dragon Ball FighterZ, we got Shenron. If you get all 7 Dragon Balls, it can definitely help you out. I also want to point out, it doesn't even specify that the feature is available for both competitors. This is actually assumed from the text that this is only a one-time thing per match. So if you don't get those combos down, the specific combo mechanics to accumulate the Dragon Balls in the first place, then you're probably SOL and you won't be getting that wish. So this will definitely play a huge role when playing and fighting against your opponent. Obviously, it's not all about just defeating them, but you want to defeat them in ways and utilizing these said specific special combos so that you can get those Dragon Balls and you can get your wish, get your life back, get your blue life back, get one of your dead teammates back, or increase your sparking by 1. So that all being said, guys, those were my impressions and my hype off of these scans from the V-Jump. I'm super hype looking forward, man. And just as a little bit, some extra little cherry on the top of this, I will say this is kind of lining up with the leaks. So let me know what you guys thought about it in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe, hit me up on Twitter. Let me know if you guys are excited about this in the Discord, especially on my Discord. And make sure to follow me on Twitch so you can talk to me about this while I play some games. And you support the boys, support the dream, support on the Patreon page. And I'll see you guys next time.
That's all for our show today. Make sure to pick up your copy of Dragon Ball FighterZ when it drops January 26th. See you next week. This is Sharpie, signing off.